Hey AJ, Alley Cat, Doug. Hey, Premix Papa here. Real quick question and a relationship question too. I have a friend that I've known for about a year and a half. Highly invested in the motocross and supercross industry. Really good rider, and he's a pretty good instructor too. He and his wife, whom I haven't met yet, but seems like a lovely individual, are getting ready to have their first baby. Any words of advice I can give them as they jump off into this new world? Thanks.
Great question.
Why do I feel like that's about us?
That is about us, Alley Cat.
Okay.
Premix Papa, shout out. Really good question. I get asked this all the time.
So his question, just to be clear, was how do you prepare
Any
for it?
advice for ourselves? I don't know the first thing about a baby.
Well,
I just found out the other day that you can't give it water. Is that true?
Well, that
Can you give it water?
a baby gets water from milk
Okay, but
or formula with water.
It doesn't
in
need water.
No, it hydrates
For how long?
strictly from milk. I actually don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
We haven't really done too much.
At what point does it poop immediately?
Yeah.
Like we're at the hospital and it's born.
Shoots out and it poops almost immediately, I'm pretty sure.
Also, other elephant in the room. We haven't said whether it's a girl or a boy. Have we?
No, you've told the Moto Academy people on the app.
We're having a girl.
Nobody else
So
knows.
that way I can refer to it as she.
It's not a sore subject anymore. We're having a girl.
She. So when she is born, Millie is her name.
Yes, she.
How soon thereafter does she poop?
I think pretty much almost immediately. In fact, I actually read she's preparing for it right now.
To poop?
Yeah. That and breathing.
So
No, seriously.
how many times?
I try to read my book every night about pregnancy and parenting, and every night AJ interrupts me with his books that he's reading. And he'll tell me he's only going to read me 2 pages, and he reads me 6 or 7 or 10. Even if I start reading mine again, he'll continue to read his over me.
So I'm only reading my type of books.
So I don't know too much about
I
babies.
haven't read a parenting book yet. I don't know if it's normal for a guy to do that.
Well, it seems like there's plenty of books for dads. Like
Yeah.
there's sections in my book for dads.
I wonder.
I don't even know though that
But
you
what
need
it
to
makes me-
read.
What it makes me think is that nobody teaches you anything actually important.
Well, but this is kind of what
In
I
your
try and tell
entire
you
life.
with your books, is that you can tell me all you want, how to think or how to behave, but until I'm actually in the situation, I don't know how I'll handle it or
Well, right, but
How
for my
capable I'll be.
stuff, talking about every book I read, just for preface, is my mind. So the book I was reading last night is Psycho-Cybernetics,
which is actually a good book. I haven't really liked the
written
others.
in 1910.
Mine's
really good.
Ancient.
And my goal is that it just starts to download subconsciously over time.
Into her or into me?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
You did say third trimester you're going to start reading.
That's
to her.
my plan.
Yeah.
Because you can't really, unless, for some reason I was thinking this on my run the other day, yesterday, you can't teach somebody something, a way of thinking, unless they live with you or are with you all the time. You can't just kind of pop in and out of somebody's life periodically or even semi-regularly and think that you're going to affect any real change.
Yeah, because it took you long enough to affect me. But I think the most important part of me changing my mindset was,
You decided to at some point.
well, no, you watching you and how you've handled situations and then being put in situations within the last 6 months where I've been able to see how calmly you handle them when the normal person would not handle them that way. And then it's shown me that it's okay for me to handle things that way too. Like, I feel like that's been very helpful for me. Things that you would think would be super catastrophic or upsetting. And you're just like, well, on to the next thing. It's no big deal. And then it always ends up being just that, no big deal. So I feel like that's when I started to realize that what you were preaching was actually useful.
Really?
Because some other things aren't always useful.
What other things?
I don't know. Don't put me on the spot like that. But your
so
books are
that's-
useful.
You heard it here first. My books are useful.
Can't delete that.
Cam, keep that. We're going to have some problems. My books are useful.
But as far as
I would imagine
parenting,
that most people in my situation, so we're having the baby November 18th, are most guys that are a month and a half, 2 months out from having a baby, are they trying to figure out how to take care of the baby? I'm more so looking at it from the perspective of I want to learn how to think so I could teach somebody how to think as much as possible, and I'm prioritizing that. Where Allie is prioritizing a huge...
how to actually take care of
what
it.
What is that book called?
It's just a pregnancy book that tells you their development and then how to take care of them after. But what I was going to say is...
Are you learning a lot from that book?
I think so. What I was going to say, though, is that
I have questions.
I think it depends on the experience, the advice that you give to the couple, because AJ and I have been together for, 10 or 11 years at this point, and we've grown a lot as individuals together, and, well, first separately, but then together also. We've been through, a lot of different struggles and challenges throughout the years. So I think now the best thing that we're able to show to our child and what's helped us be the most prepared is our ability to communicate with each other and be a really strong unit. Wouldn't you argue that that's the most important thing for a kid, to see a strong unit?
Yeah.
I dislike you a lot of the time.
I don't know what to do with the baby. But
I think that comes naturally.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't know what to do with... Well, you didn't know what to do with the dog.
When people...
Think about how easily that comes to you.
Yeah, but the dog, there's not much to him.
No, it's the same
Doug,
thing.
There's not much to you, Doug.
Well, we don't have to put a diaper on him, but... Is a mailman going to pull up right now? This would be embarrassing.
We did have to put a diaper on him at one point.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't work, though.
Nope.
He peed out the side of it, didn't he?
Nope. He shat out the side of it.
He did?
Yeah. Remember, he was doing that every night? And we had a routine where you'd take him out of the cage, clean the cage, and I'd bathe him simultaneously.
You want to know advice, real advice, from people that haven't had a kid yet? Get a dog first. That is actual advice. But make sure that you're in a position in your life to where a dog isn't going to strap you down and supply you with excuses to not do other things. Because a dog could give you the excuse to not move. It could give you an excuse to not travel. It could give you...
I don't think that's the case with most people. I think you and I are just very obsessed with our dog and feel guilt for a lot of reasons. More so me than you, but a dog is definitely good practice before a kid. Just learning how to take care of your... something.
When Allie birthed Doug...
Sweet Douglas.
He came to our house at 6 or 8 weeks old.
6.
We tried to crate train him, which in hindsight, we will never do that again because that was a pointless experience. We didn't know that the crate was supposed to be small to match the size of the dog because what that's supposed to do is it makes them not want to poop in their cage.
It makes them feel secure.
And it makes them feel secure. So we had too big of a cage. He would poop all in it and just screech and
only at 2
scream
a.m.
at night. And we would have to take shifts waking up and not only taking him out to go to the bathroom, cleaning him, and cleaning the entire cage of poop.
And the back wall.
How many times a night?
Well, for a week, it was 2 nights, 2 times a night. And then after that, it was
two times a night for the first week. People that have had a kid are probably laughing and wait till you see what's having a kid is going to be like. But at the very least, it's good practice because up until that point, I had never had to worry about anything other than myself. You included.
I think Premix Papa, the advice that you give somebody is just wing it.
Just wing it?
Just wing it. Just do what feels good. I mean,
I don't understand.
Everybody's... I mean, I am getting slightly wet, but...
Premix Papa has great advice. I talked to him on the phone the other day.
You can't jump like that because then you'll totally lose me, by the way.
What else? You can't drink water for the first however long.
Yeah. The thing that freaks me out is the umbilical cord.
How long until it can eat? She can eat.
I don't know. I think almost 6 months. And then you start introducing...
But who tells you that? You're just guessing. 6 months?
No, a book.
Okay.
Or the pediatrician.
Your book tells you that?
No, but the next book after that would.
How soon after the baby's born until it goes to the doctor?
Guys, we literally have not had any of these conversations ourselves.
No,
Anytime I try to talk to AJ about it, he gets bored and then does something else. As if he does not have a child coming in 2 months. Loser.
What if there's inclement weather? What should she wear?
What?
You don't understand the reference.
No, I don't.
Oh.
Surprised you think I would.
Can she get cold?
Yep.
Can she
Did
get
you see
hot?
that cute jacket I bought her yesterday?
Can she not be in hot temperatures at first?
No,
What time does she go to bed at night?
that's totally up to us. One of my closest friends,
How do you know if a baby needs to take a nap?
they start falling asleep.
What happens if...
Doug, you want to get up?
What is burping?
I feel like I'm talking to a child.
What is burping?
It's how you get them to not... I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, you burp them so that they don't... so that they can throw up the milk that they couldn't digest. I'm not really sure.
Is that why?
This is
Sounds
probably
like
pretty
when you
funny
ask
to
somebody,
most
why do you
parents.
put your foot out in a corner? They're like, well, I think it's because of this. You don't even know why?
No, we should look that up.
We got a UPS guy coming.
Oh.
Do you think he needs a signature? Here.
Oh my gosh, how do I hide? I'm so
You don't have
embarrassed.
to hide. He can't see us.
Sure he can. AJ, there's
I will say, shout out UPS.
really bright lights.
When they drop stuff off in the rain, everything is packaged with like plastic wrap.
Unless it's from Target.
That's really?
Yeah.
That's quite nice that they do that. So shout out UPS.
Burping
Yeah.
a baby allows your baby to remove some of that gassiness to relieve the pain. It also prevents spitting up, which when you burp them, they spit up, so that doesn't make sense. So it's for gas reasons.
Okay. That doesn't make sense. So
We just
they
learned
just don't
something
have
new.
their intestines aren't capable of.
No. If a baby's born a couple weeks too early, they can't even breathe on their own.
So like at the 6-month mark, do you give a baby premix papa? We don't know what to do. Send help.
No, premix papa, AJ doesn't know what to do.
Premix papa, I don't know what to do.
If I don't know what to do, I'll actually read about it and I'll figure it out.
And I'll teach her how to think.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, go download them. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and I think that's it. Go download them there. Give them a listen. If you want to watch full episodes, which I tell you what, it's even better to do that. Go to club.themotoacademy.com because Moto Academy subscribers inside of the app have exclusive access to watch the entire episodes. And not only that, the subscribers actually can send in their questions to be answered on the podcast as well. Club.themotoacademy.com. Go subscribe.